Alright, manual transmission fluid, often overlooked to maintenance, and especially on an old vehicle like this. So, I'm going to try and replace it using these bottles and this pump. And when doing stuff like this, crawling under the car, you should remember to wear proper safety goggles, because you don't want anything like this siphoning down into your eyes. So, if we go in underneath here, I have already made sure that the plugs come out, well, the full plug anyway, so that's all good. And I know there's fluid in there since some came out when I unscrewed it, so that's always a good sign. It's a bit wet back here, so I was worried that it was leaking before. Anyway, it's time to just undo the drain plug and then try and fill it up again. The truck is kind of semi-warm, so yeah, it should come out rather easily. Oh, damn, that's tight! There comes the drain plug. It actually looks reasonably fresh. I'm surprised. Oh, lots of metal crap on the magnetic drain plug. Not sure if I can show you that. I should have pointed the monitor towards me before I got bottom of transmission fluid all over my hands, but yeah, I suppose that's to be expected. You don't catch every gear every time. Well, there we go, nice and clean plugs. Everything came up fairly easily. I used strong neodymium magnet to just suck up a bit extra metal crud off of this one, but there's always going to be a little remaining. It's a freaking magnet. Degrease them, and they should be ready to go back inside. However, before the fill plug goes in, I've got to figure out a way to get this stuff into the transmission, and I found out that I can kind of lodge a bottle like this above the drive shaft and exhaust, so I'm going to try first to just do it this way and squirt it in, since they have these little nipples on them. But I'm probably just going to make a mess, and I'm probably going to have to resort to a pump anyway. But yeah, I'm going to try the squirty. You do not want to drop this in the oil pan, well, waste oil pan, nor do you want to cross-thread it. Man, would you be in trouble then. It's not really required probably, but since I'm a pansy, I'm gonna torque this to spec. 30 Newton meters. Crap. There we go. And this is the part where I get oil all over myself. That went better than expected, I must say. Squirty. I'm not sure how much of the fluid is actually going to go in there though, because the angle of this bottle is really not the best. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to leave that bottle draining there and go have dinner. And use the pump for the rest of them. Because that's just not going to work out very well. I'm going to try and show you the bottle as soon as I get my bloody gloves off, which are drained in transmission oil, which smells nasty. There you can see how the bottle is shoved up underneath the exhaust and the drive shaft, and obviously impossible Yeah, the camera's horizontal now, kind of, and there's just no lean on that bottle whatsoever, it's just lying on its side. Yeah, gonna have to use the pump, but dinner first. And that's how much fluid we got out of that without using the pump, so pump time. Well, my camera ran out of battery just in the final exciting moments of filling it up, so I'm afraid you missed that. But yeah, I'll give it a few squirts to top it up. You're supposed to just fill it until it runs out, and it obviously started running out pretty bad. It took about 3.4 litres out of the specified 4 from full, so I probably didn't get all of the old fluid out, but yeah, I got enough of it. And I would torque this, but sadly I don't have any torque wrench adapter that fits on this, so I'm just gonna put it on kind of by feel, and that's snug enough. Now I'm just gonna wipe this off and we'll be good to go. There we go. Everything's nice, clean and installed, fresh fluid. No broken plugs, no nothing. This the more stuff I do on this thing, the easier it seems to get. Really like working on this thing. I've just got to probably do the transfer case oil and red differential. I've got LSD oil for it because these apparently come with limited slips as standard. And after that we've got the front differential right there. I only bought 5 litres of oil because, well, oil is about I think €16 a litre if you want any kind of quality around here, so it's somewhat expensive, and if I can reuse oil from the gearbox, then, well, I'm not going to buy any more oil than I need. It has the old oil. It doesn't look too bad, although my eyes aren't trained, but it doesn't have any metal particles at all in it. This oil might actually have been replaced somewhat recently, because given the amount of metal particles you saw on the cork or drain cap, you would expect to see some in here, but yeah, there's some really small ones flowing around, but I could imagine this being a whole lot worse. It's even reasonably clear. Oh well, I'd rather know when I replace the oil. For all I know, this could still be 24 years old.